Argentina's leading presidential candidate has been sued for an alleged crypto scam. I know who it is. I think it's bullshit. Let's talk about it. Welcome back to the Block Hash Podcast channel. Let's talk crypto. Make sure to check out our sponsor, BENFT. They're revolutionizing education using DeFi methods and artificial intelligence combined to create a new educational solution for students. So make sure to check out their links in the episode description below. They are fantastic. Go to benft.solutions. Also check out our Patreon. We do chart analysis Monday through Friday. If you want to get the gist before it goes on YouTube, it's only the cost of 2 cups of coffee a month. So check that out. All right. So an Argentine politician who is being sued for his part in promoting alleged crypto Ponzi scheme CoinEx has taken a shock lead in the race to become the country's next president. And but first, a little disclosure. This guy is an economist, I believe. He is leading in the polls in Argentina. Argentina is seeing some of the worst inflation in the world right now, and he's a huge proponent of Bitcoin. I don't know if he's done anything in terms of promoting a Ponzi scheme, but it sounds like a little bit more of a hit job at this point because they don't want a guy like this in power. This is someone that is far right, quote unquote, more conservative, who probably would be good for the Argentine economy, but there's a lot of corruption. There's a lot of power grabs going on there right now, and this could be just a slam piece. So full disclosure, keep that in mind. We'll talk about it at the end, but let's go through the article. So in what has been dubbed a huge shakeup, far-right libertarian candidate Javier Milei took 30.5% of the vote in Sunday's primary election. This stronger than expected performance pushed the main conservative opposition and ruling Peronist coalition into second and third places with 20%, 27% of the vote, respectively. The result has been seen as disillusioned Argentine voters punishing the country's two main political parties as the country struggles with inflation currently sitting at 116%. 116%. Wild. And a cost of living crisis that has pushed 4 out of 10 people into poverty. I've seen this firsthand because I've been to Buenos Aires in Argentina, and it is bad, very bad. All right, so this is real stuff that's happening down there. I've seen it firsthand. In Argentina, these primary elections are seen as a dry run for the general election that is due to take place in late October. They're also considered an accurate indication of the final outcome. Milei's growth is a surprise that speaks of the anger that people have with politics down there, former conservative president Mauricio Macri said. Milei claimed that CoinEx could help cure inflation. Pro-Bitcoin Milei, who once dubbed the central bank a scam, is currently being sued for his part in hyping alleged crypto Ponzi CoinEx. The platform used its considerable social media following to attract traders who believe that they are going to make huge profits thanks to CoinEx automated trades that were overseen by a network of AI bots and expert traders. Milei promoted CryptoX via his popular Instagram account in December of 2021, saying they are revolutionizing the way to invest to help Argentinians with inflation. You can now simulate your investment in pesos, dollars, or cryptocurrencies and earn a profit. Okay, so he did promote it. However, when a number of investors complained that they hadn't seen the returns they expected, the country's regulatory National Securities Commission ordered it to cease operations. Indeed, according to the legal team representing the out-of-pocket investors, they're down somewhere in the region of 30 million to 40 million pesos, nearly 300,000 US dollars. A number of these investors are now seeking damages from Milei. Okay. First of all, I don't know if Milei has stake in CryptoX, like he owns it or owns any shares in it or is really a part of it, or if he's just promoting it because he believed in it. So people that are suing him instead of suing CoinEx are being pretty stupid. Like, I'll be sensitive about this. I understand there's a lot of scams and Ponzi's in the space, and I hate them too, and they need to be flushed out. But in terms of understanding people that promote and sponsor these things, like you're saying the same thing about Kevin O'Leary and Tom Brady with FTX. Are you going to sue Tom Brady because FTX and Sam Bankman-Fried stole your money? No. That is why Sam Bankman-Fried is fucking sitting on the sidelines half the time, and he's just now, I think, going to jail, but maybe he'll get out again. Who knows if he'll actually stay in jail? And he stole your fucking money. But people want to get angry at Tom Brady, and Kevin O'Leary and people that were sponsors for FTX that had no fucking clue what was on the accounting. So same thing for Javier Milei. And an argument to support him, I don't, again, and I don't know if he has involvement with this CoinX thing, directly, other than, promoting it because he believed it. But you can't just attack public figures because they're big and you want to get money because things are bad right now. It doesn't solve anything. All right. At the same time, if he does have a part in CoinX, and then I condemn him too. Like, I don't know for certain. All I know is that looks like he, believed in it. But more than that, I mean, this is a guy that's very pro Bitcoin, that does understand that the central bank is in itself a Ponzi. And that's where people should be directing their hate and their attention right now. When you have 116% inflation in the Argentine peso, are you going to attack the leading presidential candidate who's beating the two parties of corruption that could help you get out of this situation potentially? Is that really the right move? Hey, that's for Argentinians to decide. Maybe they aren't really doing that en masse. I don't know. I'm not in Argentina, so I'm not 100% familiar with politics and what people feel. I'm just giving an outside opinion. There's both sides to this. But I'll say overall, and I follow this guy quite a bit, he is a bit of a bastion of hope, I think, for Argentina. The fact that he's winning so far in the primary election is huge. All right, huge. You need someone to come in with new ideas and someone that can fix the inflation and the spending and the debt that Argentina is getting buried by, because it's a country that has so much potential and it's just getting crushed. So I would honestly like to see him win. I'd like to see him come into power and see if he can do something for Argentinians, because I think just like 30.5% of the people have voted, they believe he might be able to offer some silver lining to what's going on. All right. So I think when you look at things in perspective, he's probably still the best option, even if he accidentally promoted something that turned out to be a scam. I don't even know if that turned out to be a scam. Who knows? Again, I don't know anything about CoinX. But I wanted to share this today in particular because there's a lot of countries in the world that are going through a very hard time right now. It's very difficult. And inflation is crushing so many people. It's putting people on the street. It's making food incredibly expensive to buy, whether it's at a restaurant or the grocery store. Transportation, crime is going up. Drugs are becoming more prevalent. There's so many problems. And when you have someone offering a solution, you honestly want to see those people get a chance, because, it can't get any more worse than it already is, right? So let's see how this pans out. I think it'll be very interesting. Latin America is a region that I'm very bullish on in general in terms of the future of crypto. And I think Argentina has a place to play in that and just hasn't done so yet. I live in Colombia. I think Colombia is, in the right direction, at least in terms of tech and growing in business. I think there's a lot of countries that need to keep up and need to grow and that have potential. I think Argentina is one of those. So, yeah, Javier Milei, I'm kind of rooting for you. Want to see if you can do it. And, hopefully it can get Argentina cleaned up a little bit more and get you guys on the right track. But I do think Argentina has a place to play in the crypto world and ecosystem at some point one of these days. So that's what's going on in Argentina. Let me know what you guys think in the comments. It's a very interesting and fascinating thing that's going to come to fruition here in October. So keeping a close eye on it. Like the video, share it with someone that is interested in this, that might be Argentinian, that might be in Argentina, that might find this, helpful a little bit to cover and get a little bit of perspective. And subscribe to the channel if you have already. If you haven't not subscribed, please do. If you have, thank you so much. You guys are the best. And I'll talk to you guys tomorrow, waiting on some more crypto news to come out. It's been a little quiet lately. But talk to you guys tomorrow. Cheers.